Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 1. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, earlier today arrived the nation's capital, Abuja, for a 3-day visit, where they will have a series of engagements with the military and non-governmental organizations, among others. They landed this morning at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Their first engagement for today commenced at about 47 minutes after midday at the defense headquarters, where military officials and other dignitaries received the royals. Prince Harry later inspected a guard of honor. The couple will be at the Light Way Academy Abuja, where preparations are currently underway for their arrival for a summit on mental health. Later today, they will also travel to Kaduna State to meet wounded soldiers at the Army Reference Hospital and the Government House before returning to Abuja for other engagements. On Saturday, they will be at the Armed Forces Command Officers Mess, Abuja, for a volleyball game with Invictus athletes. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be in Nigeria for 3 days, and the visit will take them to 3 cities, the Federal Capital Territory, Kaduna, and Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos State. And we'll definitely be bringing you details on all of this. Well, let's bring in live now our correspondent, Sifon Essien, who is standing by at the Defense Headquarters. Sifon, it's been beautiful watching here on screen. Tell us what you can see where you are.
It's actually beautiful walking on screen from your side, but from our side, we are in the sun in front of the facade of the Defense Headquarters, and at the moment, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are in a private meeting with the Chief of Defense Staff. Basically, he's in Nigeria to promote Invictus. It's a recovery game for wounded personnel of the armed forces, and 22 countries are actually participating in that game. We understand that this visit would ultimately lead to the establishment of an Invictus sports center in Abuja that will be facilitated by the Chief of Defense Staff, which we believe is one of the reasons why the private meeting is ongoing at the moment.
All right, Sifon. So talk to us about, all of the beautiful things, all of the drama surrounding the arrival. I noticed that Prince Harry was actually wearing a green-colored suit. Respect in the color of the Nigerian flag, isn't it?
Definitely so. You also understand that his wife traced her ancestry to Nigeria. 43% thereabout are Nigerian. So there's that connection with, that heritage. And that is why we also see a command performance by troops here to receive them with all the trappings and all the warmth and, that the Nigerian people are known for, and indeed the military people would offer their special guests at this moment.
Indeed, and they will look forward also to their other engagements. You mentioned earlier they would be in Kaduna, after which they would return to Abuja before making their way to Lagos. Talk to us about what security looks like. How does it feel around there?
Well, the security here is, would we say, a little above the usual. Of course, this is the Defense Headquarters, the seat of power of the Nigerian Armed Forces, where you have the office of the Chief of Defense Staff. You would expect that, just like the Pentagon, security will be top-notch at this facility. It's the same for Prince Harry and his wife, and that especially within this facility. But we also understand that the Duke and Duchess are on a private visit, so they do not have the paraphernalia of royalty as it would appear in terms of that security in Nigeria. But from what we've seen, they've engaged the services of private security companies to provide security supported indeed by the host, talking about the armed forces of Nigeria deploying security for Prince Harry and his wife.
Indeed. And in your commentary, while they were there, you mentioned something about the defense and police officers' wives, being on ground also to be part of the ceremony. Talk to us about their engagements there.
Well, the engagement primarily has been first, we're part of the team that received the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as soon as he left the saluting dais, where a guard of honor saluted him, and they brought before him one of those participating in the Invictus game, soldier wounded in action. Actually, one limb is gone, but he's here as a symbol of hope. So that's the role the women under the auspices of the defense and police officers' wives are playing at this ceremony. But we also understand that in further engagements, especially on Saturday, where there will be dinner and as well perhaps a gala night, they would also be having more engagements with the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex.
Significance of this visit, it's like a shining a ray of hope for our servicemen and women, some of who have, it's just very huge sacrifice that they've made, and some of them, encountering some levels of disability in the courts, but there's still hope in the fact that they can engage in sporting activities and still, continue to serve their fatherland. Talk to us about what the Invictus Games signifies and the hopes that, our servicemen actually have in this.
The Invictus Game signifies recovery for wounded soldiers, and call it renewed hope, even while at service. For those who are part of the games, some have lost limbs, one part of their bodies, but are still serving their fatherland in uniform, but at the same time also contributing to the games and taking part in activities and winning laurels like Nigeria has done at the last ceremony international competition. That is what the Invictus Game portends for Nigeria and indeed the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Indeed, and it's so beautiful to note, and I am particularly excited about this, because there seems to be a lot of stigma around people who have some form of disability, but then it just also shows that there is more they can do, and the society should accord them, more recognition, more respect, and the fact that there is ability in disability. But for you entirely, I know you mentioned earlier that it's been a sunny day, but then talk to me about your excitement about this.
Well, it's the first time we're covering, this caliber of guests at the defense headquarters, talking about the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex. And it's for journalists like me, it's a delight, considering the fact that their coming to Nigeria would bring about certain developments, rapid developments in the area of sports, as it has to do with wounded service personnel. And, I will also, give attention to their mental health, because the sport facility that will be established in Abuja would also cater to the mental health of these service personnel who have been wounded in action.
Tiffany, thank you very much for this very deep insight into what is going on at the defense headquarters with the visit of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Thank you. Well, we'll take a moment